Gamuda says the Penang state government has confirmed its appointment as the project delivery partner for the ambitious Penang Transport Master Plan. Gamuda will be paid a fee of 5% to 5.75% based on the project cost, which is reportedly to the tune of 46 billion ringgit. In a bourse filing, the group said that its 60% owned subsidiary, SRS Consortium, entered into a master agreement with the Penang government for the appointment. Under the deal, SRS will deliver different public transport components, including highways and a 23.5-kilometre rail transit line. It will also provide new reclamation sites comprising 3 islands for the Penang South Reclamation Project. Gamuda will arrange a funding plan that includes a 1.3 billion ringgit bridging loan to the Penang government for the reclamation of the first island. Being the project delivery partner, Gamuda will also oversee the creation and formation of this 930-hectare island. In terms of the master agreement's financial impact, Gamuda says the Penang Transport Master Plan is not expected to have any material effect on its earnings for FY20, but it is expected to contribute positively to future earnings. The other 2 shareholders of SRS are Loh Poi Yen Holdings and Ideal Property Development, which own a 20% stake each. The prosecution will be calling 2 former BSI bankers to testify against former PM Datuk Seri Najib Razak in the 1MDB tenor trial. They are former Managing Director Yak Yew Chi and ex-Head of Wealth Management Kevin Michael Swampile. Deputy Public Prosecutor Ahmad Akram Garib confirmed this during the cross-examination of the prosecution's 9th witness, former 1MDB CEO Datuk Shahrul Azra Ibrahim Halmi. Yak was sentenced in 2016 to an 18-week jail term and fined for forging documents and failing to disclose suspicious transactions allegedly related to Low Tech Joe. Interestingly, Yeo's superior Swampile was never charged. Instead, he served as the first witness testifying against Yeo, despite having also received a cut from the illicit transactions. Najib's lead defence lawyer Tan Sri Muhammad Shafi Abdullah brought this fact up while he was questioning Shahrul. He said the ex-1MDB CEO should also have been charged for being complicit in the 1MDB scandal and implied that Shahrul, like Swampile, had made a deal with the MACC and the government so he could escape charges. Shahrul disagreed with his suggestion. He pointed out that he was only ever called to assist as a witness and confirmed he has not been sued by 1MDB for negligence. Goldman Sachs is said to be close to a deal with the US government over its alleged role in the 1MDB scandal and could escape without a guilty plea. According to Bloomberg, Goldman Sachs has appealed to the US Justice Department's highest ranks. Attorney General William Barr began overseeing the case after obtaining a waiver because his former law firm represents Goldman. Even if Goldman does not manage to avoid a guilty plea, Bloomberg says its defense lawyer Karen Seymour may still be able to soften the blow by bartering over what details are included and not included in a statement of facts outlining Goldman's conduct in Malaysia. The news agency, citing a person familiar with the matter, says the bank is now awaiting word from Justice Department leaders about whether they agree with their prosecutors in Brooklyn that any deal must include a guilty plea by a subsidiary in Asia. A decision, it says, would clear the way for a settlement, which could include a fine of up to $2 billion or 8.6 billion ringgit. Specialist service provider Optimates Holdings has obtained Bursa Malaysia Securities approval to proceed with its plan to list on the ACE market. The company's IPO comprises a public issue of 70 million shares, including 13.5 million shares that will be made available to the public and 4 million shares to eligible employees and directors. The remaining 52.5 million shares will be allocated to Malaysian institutions and selected investors. Optimates was established in 1995 and has a chain of 13 centres across Malaysia, including 1 specialist hospital, 11 ambulatory care centres and 1 specialist clinic. CB Industrial Product Holding or CBIP says it is in a dispute with the other shareholders of Gulf Lubes Malaysia or GLM. This is over a provision in the company's constitution, resulting in a complete deadlock. Last year, CBIP and its unit TPG Oil and Gas took up a 70% stake in GLM, which produces palm-based biofuels. It is stuck in a row with the remaining 30% shareholders over a provision requiring unanimous consent for strategic and financial decisions, regardless of the size of shareholding. CBIP says the dispute has frustrated the group's intention and plans as to how the affairs of GLM should be conducted. As a result, it has booked its investment in the company as a JV in its consolidated financial statements for FY19. CBIP adds that it is impossible for GLM to carry on its intended business and for the group to manage it as a going concern. It filed a winding up petition against GLM last month.